Welcome to Biz Alchemy, a podcast about creating a new business paradigm by women, for women. I'm your alchemical host, Jacquelyn, and I'm going to take you on an extraordinary adventure to create a business filled with ease, fun, spaciousness, and abundance. Hustle, be gone. Let's birth a new way. Hello, and I'm back, and I'm exhausted. I'm actually in the middle of a hike on the Cinque Terre in Italy, and I have left Corneglia about half an hour ago and still have about an hour to go to the next town, Venezia, I think it is, without quickly looking it up. Quite interesting, this journey today, because it actually became a should. I can't believe I'm doing a should when I'm on my European pilgrimage. But I've been staying in Rio Maggiore, which is the most southernmost of the 5 towns, and I've just loved being there. And I did do a great hike south of there, so out of the Cinque Terre area a couple of days ago, and it was magnificent. There weren't too many tourists, and it was a 5-hour hike. It was a big hike, and then I caught the ferry back. It was just a beautiful, beautiful day. And today I have ventured into tourist territory, because it was like, I can't be at the Cinque Terre and only go to one of the 5 towns. And today's my last full day here, and it's a sunny day. So interesting. So I found myself on the train station, and of course there's train delays today, and I waited over an hour for a train just to take me a few minutes to the next town. And I was hot and bothered, and everyone was crammed in, and like the train, holy moly, when it arrived, like sardines wouldn't have even got on. It was insane. And I'm like, what am I doing? This is a should, because I'm feeling like I should be doing these hikes. And anyway, I arrived, I started hiking, and then I saw this bar that had watermelon smoothies, and it's just like watermelon juice. And I went, oh, I need that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting at the bar overlooking the magnificent waters of the Mediterranean. I'll take a photo and hopefully put that as a thumbnail for this. But it's really beautiful. You will get passing people, because someone's just decided to sit at the end of my table. So you're going to hear that in the background. You'll hear, obviously, people walking by, because I'm just near the track. But I just wanted to take a moment. So often in the today's day 19 of the journey. So often in these last 19 days, I've been thinking, I must record a podcast episode, or I must make a YouTube video, or I write a newsletter, and all these things that I've really been wanting to do to share what's been going on. But it's been full, and I've also been so present to what's happening. And so as a result of that, I've just been waiting for the inspired action energy to come through. And now I have my watermelon smoothie. The inspired action energy has come through. So I thought I'll sit down, just share what is going on, a little bit of an update. It feels like there is so much to share. I feel so full. I have received so much on this journey, like just continuous receiving. And interestingly, every morning I've been drawing a rose card, and the card I drew today was bloom, or in bloom, or something like that. And it was just talking about the fact that when you're in those moments where you are fully in bloom, to really, really be present and enjoy it. Because of course, as we know with the cycles, there will be times when the petals drop off and we go into a more yin space. So so far on day 19 of the pilgrimage, I have been fully in bloom the whole time, and it's truly been magnificent. The mystery school was just way beyond. I don't even know if I had expectations, but every moment was magical. Every moment that we were together, we were co-creating, we were invigorating, and just inspiring each other with our comments, with our song. There was lots of singing, just with our being together, and just the magic that just was in that was incredible. But for me, where something, I won't say I challenged myself to do it, but I had decided it was time to do it, was that I had no idea what it was going to be about. So it was a mystery to me as well. All I knew was that I was showing up, and I had a theme for each day, and then I would just roll with whatever came out of my mouth, whatever I felt inspired to offer. And so it truly was a co-creation process, that all of us together, like it was our combined energy that was creating our experience, and I was simply reading the energy and bringing through what was required. Not what was required, that's not the right phrase, but what was inspired. And it was perfect. And there were some days where we met for longer, and other days where it was just like, no, I can't. And especially because the first day I'd actually lost my voice. So that was an interesting start as I upgraded my throat chakra. But anyway, moved through that fortunately. And in many ways there are no words. We have an amazing collection of photos that everyone's taken, and I'm yet to drop any of those in my Telegram group, the Biz Priestess journey, but I will drop some in there because they really capture the essence of the energy and the essence of the absolute joy that we were in. Even in those times when we may have felt a little, I don't know, maybe challenged by what came up, but there was still joy in that. Yeah, so it was truly, truly amazing. So anyway, sorry, the people down at the end of the table have decided to play a game now. So you're definitely going to have background noise. Anyway, so where was I going with that? So the really, really big gift for me that came through for me was that I reconnected in with the rose line. Now, I've talked about this a little bit before and mentioned that in the early 2000s I was writing a book about a lineage of women called the Rose. I called them the Rose Line, and they're women who've existed in history. Some have been erased from history, and nearly always their stories distorted. And I had a very strong, and I have a very strong connection with this lineage. And at the time I was writing this book to tell their true story. And I've revisited that a little bit just lately, just to have a read, and not all of it fully resonates with who, because I'm such a different person now, but there's still some really activating stuff in there. But anyway, some of these women decided to make an appearance in the mystery school, and I ended up, as much as I dislike the term channeling, I ended up becoming a voice for them and allowing their energy to come through me. And that did provide some incredibly powerful activations. And it helped me realize that this is actually this is such a big part of my work, and a huge expression of myself. And what's interesting about that, I talk to you about showing up as all of who you are. And the thing is, we don't always realize all of who we are, or maybe it has certain points, a certain time in our life where it becomes important. And so for me, this is the time. This is the time. It was then sort of 20 years ago, but now is the time. And I can't deny it now. I can't push it away, because these voices want to be heard. And I feel just so connected with their voices and their message. And so where my clarity came was, this is not replacing what I do. This is not replacing my work with business energy. I love my work with female entrepreneurs and the energy of business, and that is one very important aspect of my work, and I will continue doing everything I've been doing around that. But this is another stream that's running through that requires expression through me at this time. So my realization towards the end of the mystery school, in fact it was right at the end, because I was driving one of the beautiful ladies to the bus station, and I realized that it's time for me to draw the receiving channel to a close, because we've actually reached a point there. It's been 13 months where I feel complete with that. It's almost like the activations that we've received and we've created, and activating the silver grid on the earth feels complete. And how I know it's complete is because we've been working with the silver grid, and I am seeing now the golden grid come through, and the golden grid is the sacred masculine coming through now that the sacred feminine has been so fully activated through the silver grid. And interestingly, the rose line, this lineage of women, hold the energy of sacred union within, the harmony between the divine masculine, divine feminine. And whenever they've incarnated, they've brought the codes of that to the earth, and been working in conjunction with the earth herself to activate that. So when that came in, I realized that it is time for the Patreon membership that I have to evolve from the receiving channel to the rose line. And this will be a sacred place for the sisterhood of the rose, the lineage of the rose, to come through and have expression, and for those involved to receive the activations that they bring through. So I am really excited about this. It just feels the perfect next step. It's just so deep in my heart, this message, and opening myself to this message. And whereas before, when I was writing these stories, a few of my close friends knew about it, but I kept it to myself, really. I was at home, I had 3 small children, and it was a very personal journey. And this time it's like, no, the journey is ready to go out to the world, and their voices are ready to be heard, and not just in terms of, oh, this was my story. I don't even know that it's going to be that so much. That's the past. It's more about what they're bringing through to activate in us right now, so that we can move into this new earth with this beautiful harmony, this sacred union within, which is what enables our own personal shift in consciousness and evolution. So that was a big aha for me, and that's probably been the really big shift that I've noticed personally, that will also translate across into my work. And so this is going to start from June the 1st in my Patreon membership, and I realise some people in there will not resonate with this. You have a resonance with the rose line, or you don't. It's not a part of your lineage. And so this is for those who do, who want to know more. And really the mystery schools that I'll be offering, because I've got more planned now, it will be as a collection of the rose line, the sisterhood of the rose, and that's who will be drawn to them. And I will be having the mystery schools, but I will also be offering the Biz Priestess retreats, which is the one I'm offering in Glastonbury, which is about the energy of business as well as your own personal evolution. So there'll be sort of 2 separate things, but obviously, I'm the common denominator, so there's going to be things that cross over between them as well. Although the mystery school was not about business at all. It was very much a personal journey. Of course, our personal journey is a part of our business, but there was no focus on business. And so that's sort of where I'm at. I just felt I wanted to share an update, because there's been so much going on it's really interesting because I had 2 weeks in France, and then I came to Italy. And the first week in Italy, I was supposed to be here with Mark, who was my partner. We had finished things last November in terms of being in a relationship, the sort of relationship we'd had for the last 8 years, because we hadn't seen each other for so many years. And he was due to come and join me and had to cancel because of something that went on with work. And then tomorrow I was going up to Lake Maggiore in northern Italy to meet a French friend. And she's just had to cancel yesterday because of a health issue. So I've now cancelled that, and I'm going to Assisi because I've been there before and I love Assisi. And those of you that have seen me show my business symbol, I used to use a little wooden Mary, and she came from Assisi. So I feel like and I brought her on this journey. I feel like she's taking me back there. With a view to perhaps holding a mystery school there next year. So I'm going with the flow. I'm going with the flow, and that's what I've done yesterday. When I went, okay, I'm not going to Lake Maggiore, where do I want to go? And so next thing I've got Assisi booked. So my 2 weeks in Italy end up being on my own, but it's given me a chance to reflect, to integrate, to do some work, to plan the evolution of my Patreon membership, and to just sit and look at this amazing view I'm looking at right now. Like, I can't even begin to describe. I can see 2 of the villages from where I'm looking, one at the top of a cliff, and then one at the next point lower down in the cliff. There's vineyards all the way down the cliffs to those villages, and it is so beautiful. A few boats, yachts out on the Mediterranean, just sending you this incredible beauty. This is the beauty of life. This is the beauty of you. This is the beauty of your expression through your business. So lovely to connect with you again. I've missed everyone, and I will do another update when I feel that energy of inspired action coming through again. Much love to you.
Thanks for listening to Biz Alchemy. I'm Jacquelyn Atkins. If you'd love to know more about the energy of business, join my newsletter list at jacquelynatkins.com and check out my receiving channel on Patreon at patreon.com/Jacquelyn Atkins. Until next time, enjoy creating alchemy in your biz.